you're from Buckingham Palace, don't you get her in front of a reputable journalist right now?
Are there any
With like
That's what I'm saying.
with like a 30-second check-in or something?
Like on the couch in a blanket, snuggled with your coffee
sun,
and your tea,
with
having
lighting.
a little tea party.
But hello, welcome back to the Friends of Zeus podcast. This is episode 160. I am broadcasting from the world famous Patriots Grill in downtown Fairfax, Virginia. Mike is hearkening out of Silver Spring. Is it Silver Spring?
Silver Spring.
Jack
is coming from the Boken. Or no, you're not. You're actually down the road, aren't you?
Why are we giving our exact whereabouts anyway?
Yeah, let me catch.
Jack is an
undisclosed
location.
I want one of our 50 listeners to hunt you down.
And actually, we have 192 subscribers. So why did we say 50? Because I got
That's
you.
like an average
as far as views, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot, YouTube.
Anyway.
Yeah. And Des, I won't. Since Jack warned me ahead of time, I won't say where you're from.
I don't care. I'm broadcasting live from the lovely air capital of the world, Wichita, Kansas.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Anyway. Tonight's Dez's show, and she has an interesting kind of pop culture-y kind of vibe going on with her story, I guess. Did you want to elaborate?
Yeah, it's definitely pop culture mixed with political mystery, mixed with conspiracy, mixed with what the hell is going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good topic for the Friends of Zeus podcast.
Yeah, it's just very strange. Like, I'm sure there's a good explanation for what's going on, but why won't they say it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what we're going to be talking about is Kate Middleton, Princess Kate, the Princess of Wales, Catherine. I don't know what her last name is, actually. Is it Wales? No? I don't know.
No. Isn't it Kate Middleton?
Yeah, but that's her maiden name.
So Windsor.
Is it Windsor?
I mean, that's the family name.
I don't know. I don't really know much about I do know that there's a queen, there's a king now.
Yeah,
and then
good
there's
call.
A prince and princess, and I know Prince Harry left the family, but outside of that, I'm not really much of one to follow the royal family. Do you guys really keep up with them?
No,
not really.
No. Well, I mean, you can't not know about the Harry and Meghan garbage, because that was constantly on any channel that you watched, and I had never heard of her until that, and apparently she's an actress.
Yeah,
that's about all I know about the royal family since like Princess Diana when I was young. Like, she was a big deal, but that's about it. I don't follow them.
Meghan Markle is on some lawyer show. What is it?
Suits.
Yeah, she played one of the main characters in Suits.
She's also on Deal or No Deal.
She was one of the models in the back. Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about Meghan Markle.
Huge Hollywood star.
They pieced out of the family because I think maybe this might be one of the theories about Kate is, Meghan was like, the royal family does not give you any privacy. There's no privacy if you are British. And so that was one of the reasons they left the family. Anyway, so Kate Middleton is missing in action, apparently. She's not been seen in the public for a couple of months now. And all the events around that seem to be a little weird. Have you guys heard much about this stuff?
No.
Yeah, there was a photograph that they put out that was like her with her kids, and they found these discrepancies in the photo as though it was photoshopped.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yep. Okay. So So, like I just said, December 25th, 2023.
They're reptiles. I can see it.
So.
Oh, okay.
They haven't been looking like reptiles.
They're called Nephilim, Michael. Nephilim.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so this is Prince William, Princess Kate, and their 3 children. They are leaving like some kind of Christmas Day service at Sandringham, which is Sandringham or Solderingham. I think it's Sandringham, but again, not from Britain. Excuse me if
Yeah.
I butcher that. So this is like what Sandringham is one of their many residents that they have. So that's where they were.
And this was
Then-
the last so this is real.
This is
Like-
real. This is the last time that she was seen in public.
Do they really
People
have
with their
4
own eyeballs
children?
seen her.
Yeah, didn't they just get married like last year?
Actually, no.
Do they have
No.
They
four
only have
kids?
3
Even
kids.
I
I
knew
don't know
that.
I don't know who this kid is.
Well, then we got a whole other conspiracy going on now.
Well, this could be like a niece.
All right.
This is like the family went. Like
Well-
this kid just might be someone's kid. I mean, obviously it's someone's kid, but no, they only have George, Charlotte, and Louis.
Ah,
So
all right. King Louis.
King Louis, but it's
Oh,
going to be
boy.
King George.
Hmm.
Oh,
So when was this dated? January
what happened?
17th.
I'm so confused at what just happened. We'll get
So
better
she-
at these slideshows one day.
It's all right. This is part of the fun.
Okay, so then on December 25th, 2023, this video, which I couldn't like find an actual video. I didn't want to take the ones that I've seen actual videos from like anybody else's reporting on it. So, but there is videos of like these this police escort convoy with like royal vehicles and stuff with an ambulance, like a police escort for an ambulance leaving the Sandringham residence heading towards some hospital. It doesn't matter which one, but towards a hospital at about 8:30 p.m. They're going, right? Something happened. And then nothing really was said about that, even though somehow people got pictures of this and videos of this police escort of this ambulance leaving the residence. Okay. Then January 17th, Kensington Palace released this statement. It says, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales was admitted to hospital yesterday for a planned abdominal surgery. The surgery was successful and it is expected that she will remain in hospital for 10 to 14 days before returning to continue her recovery. Based on the current medical advice, she's unlikely to return to public duties until after Easter. And then, Princess of Wales appreciates interested. Please respect her privacy. Okay.
Wow. Everyone ignored the second paragraph
What's the second paragraph?
where it says she appreciates everyone leaving her the F alone and not bothering her. And she'll be back. And she'll be back after Easter.
Yeah.
I mean, they say it. Look, the Princess of Wales appreciates the interest this statement will generate. She hopes that the public will understand her desire to maintain as much normality for her children as possible and her wish that her personal medical information remains private.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
everyone-
interesting
So-
right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I can respect that.
yeah.
That's fine. Okay. This is January the 17th that this statement was released. Then a couple of other kind of things happen. So January the 18th, so the next day of the day after the surgery, and then, or the day after the announcement. And then also January 26th is when she had visitors. Now, mind you, there is paparazzi personnel outside. It was like the London clinic. They're just lined up there because apparently this is like where the royals go to be getting their medical treatment. And so that you're gonna know who is coming in and out, like, and who is going to see who. One time Prince William went to go visit his wife, and one time King Charles went to go visit Kate. Two
Now-
visitors, 2 occasions.
Was this before the news of King Charles having cancer
No.
came out?
Oh yeah,
was-
this was before. This is before.
This is
But the news of King Charles came out, which is on the next slide. But he had to have known previous to that day.
you would think, yeah.
So and he did get his treatments at King whatever, or the London clinic. So it could have been that he didn't even go see Kate. It could have been that time that he went. It was for when he was going for his appointment.
Using
who
it as a
knows?
cover, yeah.
But who
The
knows?
funny thing about that is that they're talking about him being riddled with cancer, and he's got prostate cancer, right, Des?
It's unknown.
I want to say I read something about prostate cancer. And
He
if
had
you're
a
gonna
prostate
have
procedure, in which during that procedure they discovered.
Oh, okay.
So he probably had BPH surgery, and they
Yeah,
discovered
that's what I
mass.
was going to say. Prostate cancer.
Probably prostate cancer, but
Cancer.
they're not saying.
Yeah, if you're going to get a cancer, that's the cancer you want to get. Like, it's very much one of the more treatable cancers. of them out there.
It is very treatable. However, just like with any cancer, if you catch it late, it's pretty bad. It's at that point it's spread.
I
all that stuff.
seriously doubt that a member of royalty is not constantly having their health.
Well, Kate Middleton, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's either, we don't know. Now a Spanish journalist, so somebody from Spain, had reported that Kate actually was in a medically induced coma due to complications from her surgery, and her life is in grave danger at this time. This is January 28th. This information that she reported, and now this is the only place that this is reported, so this is alleged, but the Spanish journalist had reported that she got this information from a palace insider, and William and Kate's nanny's from Spain, so okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna say that's an insider. Of course, Kensington Palace denied this allegation, and they said it was ludicrous. That is not what's going on. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
Yeah, so now Ludacris is involved with this
I
story?
know.
Jeez.
What in the hell?
This thing's got tentacles.
Why is he in London?
Yeah, what's Ludacris
I don't know.
involved with this?
He's
now?
got hoes and lots of different area codes, so anyway, February 1st rolls around, and some information came out that Kate's family, so like her parents, her immediate family, they actually didn't even know that she was having this surgery, because it was being asked that why was it that Kate's mom, Kate's parents, Kate's family, Kate's kids weren't coming to see her at the hospital, because they didn't capture any of those moments. And the family had said, actually, we didn't even know that she was having this planned surgery, so we didn't know. So we learned about it with you guys.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit too.
Do people have planned surgery over the holidays?
This was after the holidays, but yes, they do.
But before New Year's.
This is after New Year's.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, the 17th. Okay, copy that.
And yes,
it doesn't stop. Yeah, planned surgeries.
We'll get to planned surgeries in a minute.
Okay.
This is the information. This is the set of facts here. Okay, so February 5th is when the announcement from Buckingham Palace came out that King Charles does have cancer, and he is starting those treatments for an undisclosed cancer that they recently found. Well, this is a photo of him leaving the London clinic from one of them treatments. This is a photo of him, the king, leaving the treatment facility. Okay, just put in that again, just reiterating that. Okay, so then this is kind of odd. February 7th rolls around. Prince Harry, the one that left the family, he takes an aeroplane from LA to London. That's a long flight. From Chicago to London is long, but LA to London, shit. Anyway.
Yeah, because they come east, right? They don't go over China.
Yeah, they got to go over the whole US. They probably land in JFK and then go all over the pond and then land in Heathrow, I'm sure, or maybe a private airport. I don't know, but that's a long flight. He only stayed in this meeting, visit, whatever. I'm gonna call it a meeting, but other people call it a visit. For 45 minutes. February 20th, Prince William makes a statement about the conflict in the Middle East. We all know what that is. However, this announcement was made on stationery that only had just the Prince William monogram, not the Prince William and Princess Kate monograms. That he
That's telling.
Not used this stationery since prior to him being married to Kate. So, February 25th, which I don't know if this is significant to the story, but some people are saying it might be, but Thomas Kingston, which is, again, I don't really know how the royal family be working, but Lady Gabriella, whoever that is, her husband, Thomas Kingston, which, mind you, like a decade ago, Thomas Kingston was dating Pippa Middleton, Kate's sister.
The cuter of the two.
He was found with they said a head injury. What was said was he was found with a catastrophic head injury and a gun nearby. I'm gonna go ahead and say that was a gunshot wound to the head with the firearm nearby. But the palace said that this death was not suspicious. However, he had lunch with his parents 30 minutes prior to this, and the dad, like his dad, left to walk the dogs, came back, the house was locked. His dad had to break into the house, and he found him like this.
Is Murdaugh involved in this?
Murdaugh's not involved.
So here's a question. But here's a question. So who is Lady Gabrielle again?
I don't know. She's some part of the royal family, I think.
And this guy once dated Pippa. That's the connection?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I'm just saying.
I don't know if that could have been a coincidence, but it's thrown. If you look at any timeline like online about this whole thing, they include that. So I included it. Okay.
Well, it's certainly a traumatic thing. Yeah.
February 28th, Prince William was to attend King Constantine, which is the king of Greece.
Mm-hmm.
Which also happens to be his godfather. He has passed away, so he was to be supposed to go to his memorial service, and he was also supposed to give a speech at this memorial service. The very morning of the memorial service, William backed out of going, citing personal matters. Okay.
Interesting.
February 29th, a spokesperson from Kensington Palace reported, like, this wasn't like an actual like Kensington Palace release. This was just a spokesperson from there. Because, rumors had started to, like, the rumor mill, how that goes. They're swirling around. People are making all these wild allegations of where's Kate? They're starting now. So a spokesperson had said, not necessarily like I put quotes, but this is really just paraphrasing. But basically, Kensington Palace made it clear the timeline of the princess's recovery, and they would only be providing significant updates, and that guidance stands. So basically, y'all are getting out of control. Stop worrying about the princess. She's fine. We'll tell you.
I'm actually not worried about the princess at all.
Well, hold on. There's more.
Oh, goody.
So then, March 5th, this photo comes out. It was posted by TMZ. This was not reported by any media in Britain, because it is said that this is Kate Middleton with her mom in the car driving. Right, they're going somewhere
on the wrong side of the road,
and they're with the wrong side steering wheel.
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking Audis. Anyway, so she's with her mom in the car going somewhere.
I don't even think that looks like her.
Okay. Is it her? I don't know what her mom looks like. That might be her mom. But this could be Kate. We'll talk about that when we get to the theories, but it could be her.
Man face.
She got her face is quite swollen. Okay. This is on March 5th. The other thing about this photo that was pointed out is, you see down here.
Yeah.
The road. Yeah.
Not the road. You see
the license plate
tires, this tire situation here?
Whoa. Oh, that's a tree back there, though, I think.
You think that's a tree?
Well, it's not a tire.
Where's the other part of the tree?
Yeah, it looks like there's a third tire. I will grant you that.
And
yeah.
a third, maybe a fourth.
Something else, yeah.
Something's there. I mean, it could be a tree.
But there's got to be a photo before and after this, because they usually are like snap, 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 snap.
No, there's not. This is the photo. This is the photo.
Alleged photo of Kate. It should be photo allegedly showing Kate Middleton. It's not an alleged photo. It is a photo.
Alleged photo because
it may be a photo.
Is this a photo?
Yeah. Okay.
Or
this
is it a
good.
generated image? I'm just saying. Is this a generated image?
It's AI.
Des, I'm right next to you, and I'm going down the rabbit hole, and this is fun.
Okay.
All right. So
this is March 5th. This is the first photograph that had come out of Kate Middleton supposedly since December 25th. Okay.
So that picture from Christmas. This is the next alleged time she's seen. There's no pictures of her between these times.
Do we know when it was taken?
March 5th.
March 5th. It could have been taken like March 4th, but I mean, who knows? I mean, they didn't get, I guess.
It's close enough.
Yeah, somebody probably could get into the metadata and figure out when this photo was taken, which we'll talk about metadata in a second. But no, I've not read anything about metadata in this photo. Okay. Okay. Could possibly be Kate with the moon face. Got it. So then also the same day, the British Army announces that Princess Kate will be attending their annual Trooping the Color event that is supposed to be occurring on June the 8th, 2024. But then on March 6th, the British Army removes that post, stating that she was going to be there. Retracting what they said. They didn't say like, we're sorry she's not going to be there. They didn't say that, but they just redacted the post.
At any point was she driving down a tunnel with paparazzi on motorcycles close behind? Okay.
No. So yeah, and the reason that Kensington Palace, some spokesperson had said that the British Army didn't verify did not verify with them her presence at this event, so therefore that's why they had to take it down.
Which could be true.
But at any point,
but she goes every year. She goes every year.
At any point, did the name Al Fayed come up?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just trying to noodle some shit out.
So then, March 10th, this is where people started getting, okay, Zeus, we're not talking about Diana, we're talking about Kate. Okay. So then, this is the picture that comes out that has the internet fucking going crazy.
And this is the first time anyone's seen her since Christmas, unless you believe the alleged Audi photo.
Right. I believe the Audi photo over this photo. Here's why.
Okay.
So this is March 10th is Mother's Day in the UK. It's a different day than here in America. But apparently this is Mother's Day. That's, Prince Louis, Prince George, and Princess Charlotte with Princess Kate. They're celebrating Mother's Day. Yay, what a wonderful family picture.
How was that kid doing with his hand?
Anyway. Kids do weird shit with their hands.
I know, but I can't even. He's got his middle finger. I'm doing it.
He's got his middle finger.
He's got his fingers crossed.
He's got his pointer finger.
Yeah,
bent,
but they're crossed weird.
And he's putting all his weight
the fingers
on
are crossed.
The ring finger. Okay,
He's
sorry.
A reptile. He's a reptilian.
The hand actually is not the weird part in this photograph. Okay, I can't zoom in on this, but the next slide has where they've pointed out the doctored parts of this photo, but the things I noticed in this photo that aren't necessarily a Photoshop, blame. Number one, Kate is not wearing her ring. See that? Okay. Which I don't know if she wears her ring all the time, but I would think that she does. I mean, I don't know, but that stood out to me that she's not wearing her ring.
Okay, so that was an issue. What else is in there?
Then also, here, hold on.
It's something with the dress on the little girl.
If this was taken on March 10th, at what date do trees get leaves?
Look at that grass.
Grass, I could buy grass because, people got already green grass here. I don't know how, or it could be turf grass. But that tree, when do trees get leaves? Did trees and you, because you guys are more like longitudinally, guys are even more south, but on this more similar field than I am.
We're not seeing leaves yet.
Our trees just got leaves like literally 2 days ago.
We're getting a lot of buds.
Before that, it's flowering trees.
No, that makes a lot of sense. That's a very good point.
That tree does not what? Anyway, so.
But we don't know where it is. It could be in fucking southern France.
It's allegedly at their residence in not Sandringham, but one of their other residents.
Did they say
this is London?
This is a new picture, or people put old pictures on their Christmas cards that they send out.
It on the palace, Prince and Princess of Wales, Twitter or whatever, the official Princess and Prince page.
Okay.
She posted this photo. She didn't say, I took this photo today, but it was assumed, it's kind of assumed that photo came from the Mother's Day time that they spent together. Okay.
Right.
The other thing is she is recovering from major abdominal surgery, or really any kind of abdominal surgery. Those are really tight pants for recovering from abdominal surgery. I'm just saying. So here's all the areas that people that are good at Photoshop have pointed out that are compromised. Number one is this right here. Her
Oh,
hand
yeah,
and the sleeve do
fingers.
not match up.
Yeah.
Also, which they didn't put on this, but right here, her skirt is like not.
It goes straight.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not on her. Like it's not. Like yeah, that I don't know. Then all these areas around Kate's head suggesting that that's her face was photoshopped into there. You know.
It's
Mm.
rather black. You can't see any collars to her shirt or anything like that. That is interesting.
Also,
Yeah.
they're saying this pattern is different than this. I think it's the
Yeah.
same pattern. I don't know. But anyway. And then something about his hand. I don't know, but a lot of what people are saying is that this may very well have been a picture taken, which it wasn't, by the way, but a picture taken on this Mother's Day, but that ain't her face today. Like they put that face on that body.
I'm thinking we got a Weekend at Bernie's situation, and they're actually just holding her up.
Could be. Or so there's some reporting that I've seen that have basically superimposed this picture in her Vogue magazine cover from like a couple years ago. It's the same face.
Wow. Well,
Like-
it is her. Yeah, I got you.
I mean, there's really no. I mean, it's crazy. It is the same. It's the same.
Now, here, I'm just going to be devil's advocate here, right? So they've got this new, I've only seen it on commercials, but the Chrome phones or whatever the phone is, where you can like take a bunch of pictures and then edit on your phone to like make everybody look their best and into one photo.
Could be.
Now,
Could
I've taken a lot of photos of a lot of people, and I've been in a lot of photos with a lot of people. And getting everyone to open their mouth like this at the same time is a little weird. So
Yeah,
maybe
really, nobody's eyes are
Everyone
closed.
keeps saying that, but I don't think it's that hard. It's just for people.
But what I'm saying
this is the royal family. They know how to pose for photos. They ain't stupid.
But what if
These are not
the
feral
editing?
children.
But what if the editing was done to put these together, right? So they were like, say they took 10 pictures, and there were no pictures with all of them looking like this, so they took the best of each,
Right.
and that would
there
explain.
was no editing.
That would be fine, but I
on their
believe,
heads.
yes, I don't want to get ahead of you, but I believe I heard something about, they said that she.
Don't get ahead of me. You're gonna ruin it.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So it could be that like it was one of those things that one of those programs that does that, like the several bursts. However, this picture was actually taken on March the 8th due to metadata extracted from the photo, taken by some kind of a Canon DSLR. So it wasn't one of those programs that does that, because it wasn't an iPhone photo. It was a Canon, some super nice DSLR Canon camera that took this photo on March the 8th.
2 days earlier.
Was edited, 2 days earlier, was edited that night. And also the next morning on the 9th, re-edited. Now, I mean,
that's not unusual. I mean, you would take it
that's not
ahead of the day,
unusual,
probably.
I guess. But I mean,
and who
what?
edited it?
Oh, the royal family.
Next day. So this was like what, Sunday? So then later on the 10th, the Associated Press issues a kill notice for the photo.
Interesting that they use the word kill.
Kill notification. Well, that's just what it is. It's called a kill notification.
This is where I came into that. This is the first I heard about any of this even being a story. And I mean, how often do they do this? I mean, to me, it seemed kind of petty to be like, this is not a picture of a major event or political. I mean, why are they doing it just because they think it was Photoshopped?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to believe they never have any Photoshopped pictures in the newspaper?
So
I mean, I guess not.
But this one was submitted by her, I believe. Or supposedly.
It was posted on the royal account. Or the Prince and Princess of Wales account. Was it a Twitter account? I don't know what kind of account it was. Whatever social media account. So, but they issued this kill notification for everyone to pull the photo because of the, modifications made to the photo. Now, do I think this is, was it petty? If it was just like some stray hairs or like whatever, yeah, okay. People be editing out their stray hairs in their photos. Like, this was probably a stray hair here, right? Maybe here, okay, but like, they had to have really thought that some major editing was done to this photo for them to have said that. I mean, this is a major, like, photo. I don't even know how to describe what the Associated Press is, but this is major.
Honestly, the thing you kind of brushed it off, but I think that the ring not being on the finger is kind of.
I do too. And I think that those things, like the ring and the tree, to me are the most suspicious things out of the whole picture. Yeah. Now, the fact that most of the edits were made around her head, suggesting that her head was replaced in the photo. There is other rumors saying that the outfits that they were wearing in this photo were the same outfits, the same exact outfits that they were wearing back in November at some charity event that they did. Only, like, this is a different pattern here. His shirt's a different color, but like down to the shoes, the same outfits. And this is the only real difference is the colors of the clothes and then this skirt that Charlotte has on.
She's got very odd reptilian fingers too.
I do too. That's not odd. So, could this picture have really been taken back in November and then uploaded to the computer March 8th? I don't know.
It's nothing sinister, even if it is.
It is sinister because why the fuck have they not released an actual photo of her? Or if this was taken on the day, then why did they change her head? Okay, so then on March the 11th, Princess Kate herself came out and said, like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. Nowhere in there did she say, but hey, I'm okay, thanks. I appreciate everyone's worry. I'm great.
No, either way, it just seems like they're trying way too hard to just why not just let this end? Because if the thing is, by this point, there's been a buildup to a conspiracy. They just keep feeding the beast with this, and it seems like they're trying too hard.
Yes.
Like,
I was going to say.
So now I am a little.
Anybody can get this. Was not the princess that said that. I don't think so.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, she's
this
dead.
Wasn't her.
But here's
clearly.
But Jack, I'm glad you said that because just follow me here for a second. All of this, I'm like, whatever. The thing that I'm starting to get suspicious about is Buckingham Palace and the Windsors are ace at dealing with public relations.
Ooh, hold on. There's just a little bit left.
Okay,
we'll
but
all the theories.
But like that's the part that, and I'm like, is it because Elizabeth died and like all that brain trust is gone and they're screwing up? To me, I'm sort of like, this is so easy to kill, right? Why is this still going on?
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Then the March the 12th, this photo comes out, which is supposed to be Kate and William in the car going somewhere. No one did any Photoshop, like, investigating or metadata research on this photo, but let's, you don't know who that is in the car?
No idea.
I don't know who that is right in front. It's hard to distinguish who, even if I'm assuming that's, of course, William.
It's supposed to be William and Kate in the car.
I can't tell that's William.
Yeah.
No, they look like crash test dummies.
Yeah, exactly. They look like, yes. Good call. They look a lot like dummies.
Also, you see them bricks up here? And you see them bricks through this window? How they ain't the same bricks?
But would they really be this sloppy? That is a question that we have to ask.
That's what we're talking about.
When this picture was released in media, it had the top part of this cropped out.
Okay.
My theory is Kate left the hospital dressed as Prince Charles back on the 12th or whenever that was when they were leaving the hospital. That's the only explanation.
Now, the other explanation, talk about Photoshop. This photo, they're back in like 2016 or 2018. There's a very, very similar photo, and I ran out of time, so I couldn't find it. But of Princess William and Prince William and Princess Kate with the same exact poses. Like there's like William is sitting there looking down, and Kate is looking away like this, with the same angles.
Look at the collar on his shirt. How
this is not this that is this is this is the same photo. Like they just like somebody did, like this is a this is not a photo. This is one of them AI things. I think this isn't real. Even if it was, you can't even tell who's in the car. It's so fucking blurry.
Again, look at the collar. It seems displaced on it. Like I don't.
Well, that's because it's so blurry. I mean, you can't even tell. Anyway. Yeah. So this is the third photo now that has allegedly come out since.
And when was it? Oh, March 12th. Okay, so we're talking about like last week, a week ago. Yeah.
Okay. So then again, the rumors are getting wild, y'all. They're getting wild. So many different things, like theories are coming out about where the hell is Kate. But a few days ago, somebody was like, all is well. Kate was reported to be sighted at Windsor Farm Shop. But no one took a picture. Nor was there
in a world where everybody has a camera on them
in their
all
fucking
the
pocket.
time.
Yeah, and who would be willing? Now it is. I could say, maybe it's different over in England. Maybe they really do respect the privacy of the princess. But I guarantee in America, if somebody saw the print, like 4,700 pictures would be of her walking. Yeah, hands down. And it wasn't reported, hey, Kate and William were seen at the Windsor Farm Shop. Photo to come or video to come. None of that.
And to that note, we should be making that observation with a lot of the shows that we have. Is like, how are we not seeing more photographs in a world that is literally available to photograph at all times?
And yeah. The other thing that was said was, and these are like various tweets that are kind of, or like, X's tweets, whatever, that have been floating around. If you're the princess and you're about to go someplace like this Windsor Farm Shop, what's going to happen prior to that is there's going to be some security sweeps that kick everyone the fuck out because the princess needs to shop.
Well, then that's why there's no photo.
That didn't happen.
Do they do that? I mean, I know they do that with the.
I think I would assume that they would do that.
I mean,
yeah, they gotta at least have like Secret Service. People would still have access to their phones, right? They're not going to confiscate everybody's.
Right. So this was a couple days ago. What's today? The 19th. So maybe this was like Sunday. We'll just say maybe it's Sunday that she was spotted. Well, all of a sudden, what do you know? Today there's a video, y'all. Woo! They found somebody with a video. Let's look at it. Load.
It's like the Zapruder film, man.
Yeah.
Back and to the left.
I was waiting for it.
Okay. Do we think this is the princess?
I don't think that looks. I mean, it looks like her, but I don't think that is her.
There's been a lot of. I mean, us in America, this came out and everyone was like, that ain't her. That is not her. Everyone in, Britain was like, here, see it, look, she's there. This ain't her.
You know what it looks like?
Her posture is not the same. There's a lot of reasons. Her posture's not the same.
It looks
also,
like
where her eyes meet the supposed Prince Harry, IRL, they're about the same height, and her eye line meets about his nose line. This is meeting about his shoulder line. What did I say, Harry? Yeah, William.
Yeah. You know what it looks like? It looks like his type.
What?
Anyway,
what?
Also, again, You're recovering from major abdominal surgery. Yet
Supposedly.
you're sitting here swinging a bag of groceries that looks kind of full. I don't think that you're supposed to do that.
And I'm gonna be a little crass here, but Kate's got some boobs, and that girl seems very flat chested. Not,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Also-
crass. But it's an observation.
Also, you
It's-
have never seen a picture or video of the princess with no makeup. You've never seen it.
That is so not her.
That's not her.
Not one bit. I don't even know if that's him.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
if that's him. I don't think the prince of a whole country is going to be wearing New Balance sneakers.
I don't know. New Balance are damn comfortable.
They're pretty good, man.
I really
Yeah.
like some New Balance. Don't go knocking the New Balance. Now you're crossing a line, Dave.
I have New Balance sneakers exactly like that style. I like them. I don't know
that
if that's
wasn't the-
something that the gonna be king is gonna be wearing.
Unless he's cool as shit.
I think it could be. I mean, again, yeah, she's always seen with makeup, but she's not going to look like that all the time.
That's not her. That's clearly a painting.
But the person in that picture, again, not to, I mean, she is a very slender person,
Not that slender though.
and that person was very, very slender. But she also just went through surgery, supposedly. I mean, again, it's like,
No.
where do you start believing it? Like, did
Now,
she
hold
have
on.
abdominal
Remember
surgery?
how I said this shit it just keeps getting better?
Yeah.
So that came out this morning, that video. Like 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago.
Wait, this
The
breaking
guy-
news. Yeah.
The guy like that is in second command at TMZ. Like not the head dude, but the second head dude. On Fox News is sitting there saying, the more and more I look at that photo or that video, I don't know if it's Kate.
Yeah.
Really? Do you think?
But here's the
The
thing.
dude
Look,
from
if-
TMZ, like that guy.
But
is
if
saying
you're
that.
if you're from Buckingham Palace, don't you get her in front of a reputable journalist right now
Are there any
With,
That's
like-
what I'm saying.
with like a 30-second check-in or something?
Like on the couch in a blanket,
On-
snuggled with your
with
coffee
sun-
and your tea,
I mean, with
having a little tea
lighting,
party.
But also, Des.
Just to like kill the. I mean, in other words, that's what when Jack was saying earlier. This is what I'm saying. Like now, the absence of putting a period at the end of the sentence, that's becoming suspicious to me.
And that's
like
what I'm
the
saying with
story
that
isn't.
photo that was
like, why
that
aren't
was super
they-
photoshopped. Why did
Yeah. Why aren't they just putting the kibosh on this?
I want to know what choreography we're
so
following.
without saying any conspiracy thoughts or theories or any of that, this is the timeline. What do you guys think so far? Like, is this weird to you? Is this probably fine? Is this
Okay, I'll go first. So if she had abdominal surgery, okay, she's young. I looked this up. I didn't know this. She's 42, right?
Mhm.
So not super young, but not old. It's going to take some time to recover. They said till
not 2 months.
they said till after Easter. Easter is what, like a week or
March
two away. So
31st?
yeah. I would expect her to recover. I would expect her to not be doing interviews with reporters and things like that. And again, she is not William. She is not Charles. Camilla, she
But
avoids a lot of.
she's the prince. She's
I
gonna be
got you.
queen in like 5 years, probably less than that, maybe.
I got you, but I'm just saying, we're going from December
Camilla's done.
to now. I mean, I've got laundry I got to do from December, right? It's not that. I mean, it's a long time ago, but it's not. I'm just kidding. But it's not like we're not talking 6 months. I mean, so I'm just saying, I'm being devil's advocate. I think everyone needs to like chill,
Well,
give it some time.
Yeah, wait, just go ahead, Zoo.
and Des, we can put on our medical hats for a second here. Most abdominal surgeries are not 2-month recovery time. Fat face, obviously, that would probably be from steroids, something like it. It doesn't match up with the abdominal surgeries. Are pretty much one of the ones that we've got down. You know what I mean? They do a good job with the abdominal surgeries. I had a hernia, an umbilical hernia. I was out of the hospital the same day.
Well, I'm gonna rip
Mhm.
your theory
Yeah,
of
same.
abdominal surgeries apart.
So
then.
wait,
It's my turn.
wait a minute.
But I
though.
see what you're saying. Most are because they're like
Right.
same day. They're just like boop. They're like laparoscopic. They're not even real. Most
Yeah.
are, yes. Most are.
I mean, and I know that there are other more serious things, but like even a AAA, once they got it done, or a Whipple, you know, Whipple might take a lot longer if that's what it is, and that
A
makes
Whipple's
sense.
pretty, but they also said that this was non-cancerous. So why would you get a Whipple if you didn't have pancreatic cancer?
I don't know. I'm just saying, even a Whipple, that one might take a little longer, but still 2 months, you'd probably be out and about, at least in a wheelchair, or. But they usually want to get you in like in a.
All right.
And
Jack was
AAA
gonna
is
say
serious sometimes. Anyway,
No,
Jack.
I just wanted to ask, like, if we're talking about a month and a half, 2 months, what is that?
That's
Zeus
Zeus.
trying to unfreeze.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
being
Zeus, you're
frozen.
frozen.
The Klingons have got Zeus right now.
Oh.
He'll
No,
be back.
oh no, I was just trying to say, if we're talking about a period from the end of December till they start putting these pictures out, and the pictures seem a little bogus, is the conspiracy just that she has suffered a more serious medical condition than she really has? Like, is that the whole thing?
That could be one thing.
Yeah, because if she's got, like, let's say she had breast cancer or
Mm-hmm.
something, or something even more serious in terms of cancer, maybe they don't want the, is that the whole thing, that we think
So we
she's
don't,
got
so
cancer?
these are my theories. I have two pretty major ones and then a couple of probably off the wall ones. But
Okay, good. Let's hear the theory.
either what I think is the most explainable is that the surgery that she had was a pretty embarrassing and or more serious abdominal situation that occurred, and so that's what's happening. And it's maybe a little bit more serious than just a in and out one day situation.
Mm-hmm.
The other one that I think that could be happening is maybe they're getting a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Along with that, there's been rumors swirling. Actually, this rumor has been going around for quite a while in the UK that Prince William actually had an affair with some lady named Rose Hamburglar.
Hamburglar?
I think it's just Hamburg.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Okay, so if they were getting a divorce, what would that have to do with her allegedly never leaving the hospital? Like,
Because
they're giving it time.
Either well, hold on, let me finish so it's alleged that maybe this is a very, very alleged, for entertainment purposes only thing I'm about to say. But one theory is that this Rose Hamburger, I don't know what the fuck her last name is, but she's some part of the royal family in some capacity.
They all are, man. No, yeah.
That and apparently Kate and Rose had been friends. Well, maybe Prince and Rose or William and Rose had an affair. May or may not have. But now what they're saying is that Rose is pregnant and it's William's baby. And so that's what triggered the divorce, situation between Kate and William. And Kate's actually in the hospital for a mental health situation because she basically had a mental breakdown and is not cooperating with the pale's at this time.
Wow.
Because of all that.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
Go ahead, Mike. What?
No, I was thinking, like, when you said abdominal surgery could be more involved, I'm like, is she transitioning? Is she having like
Bye,
anyway,
Mike.
but what I'm saying, so here's the thing though. I don't think she's deceased because
Well, that's the other thing, is that she actually died.
Yeah, but I think they would just come. I mean,
I feel like
they know it's going to come out eventually. I don't think. I mean, I'm not saying that the palace isn't going to lie around the edges.
Wait a second.
Right. I'm not saying they're not going to. I'm not saying they're not going to gild the lily a little bit for a day or two about minor details. But I don't think they're going to come out and be like denying that she died. I mean, that would be
putting out fake pictures and fake videos.
But your thing, Desiree, and I was not on board with what you said until you mentioned the point that she may not be cooperative, because that or she's been that there's something else going on, like they're just buying time.
There was a clip that came out from her uncle. So Kate's uncle is actually on Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. And so somebody on that show had asked him, like, hey, what's going on with Kate? And what his reply was, you
It was
know,
great.
I
It
have
was better
talked
than
to her
Kat.
mother. I'm not going to disclose that information until somebody it comes out into the public. So I'm not going to speak on that, but I will say that she's getting the best care in the world.
Mm-hmm. But here, let me
That
zoom
wasn't
out.
that long ago.
No, but I'm
She
going to
was
zoom
out the
out.
hospital at this point. She's still getting the best care in the world. I'm just saying.
But here's the thing. So with the royal family, I've known some people that are what do they call that when you're like really in Anglophiles or whatever. Queen Elizabeth was awesome. I mean, she was more than an institution. I mean, that she ruled that family like an iron fist, and a lot of people in that family are morons. Okay, and she had a lot of integrity. So she dies, right? She boxed Charles
She
out
was like the
for
glue.
decades, right? She
Yeah, she
wasn't
did.
abdicating. So now you've got Charles, who's Charles,
They
right?
should have just skipped over him. Honestly, I
And
mean,
then
he's gonna die soon.
and you got Harry, who's a fucking disaster zone. I don't think he's a bad guy, but from
I
a
actually
PR
like him. I
standpoint,
like him
yeah,
more than any of them.
I'm not arguing, but he's a disaster. So it's like William's the golden child, and to Desiree's point, if it is some sort of an affair or something like that, I could see Buckingham Palace being like, "Holy shit!" Like this could
This
be
is a
the end of the
fucking
monarchy.
repeat.
You lose Charles, like
How many years
Charles
ago?
dies, and everyone's like, already in England, a lot of people think Harry's a retard. Sorry, and but then you lose William as being like some sort of philanderer. It could be the end of the monarchy. What I'm saying is there is nobody else. Like you're gonna wait for what's his name? The little one?
George.
George. You're gonna wait for George to get older?
No,
I
they'll
mean,
probably
that's
have
an
to use like a proxy.
there's no bench,
I
guys.
don't
There's
think
no
he
one. It
I don't
has to be William. If it's not William, if William's compromised,
then who?
they're in a world of hurt. They're in
Well,
a
then
world of
wouldn't it
hurt.
go to like one of the duchesses or duchess or dukes
No,
or
it would go to the son. There'd be someone standing in until he's of age,
oh.
but it would
Mhm.
still
Well,
go
who's
to
the
him.
stand-in?
I don't know.
I
A
would
dutch
think like
or duke?
who
It would
is
be-
Countess?
Who's Fergie married to? She seems like one of the closer ones.
Who is Fergie married to?
That's not Andrew, is
She
it?
was married to Andrew,
Who's
but
Andrew?
he's the one that was with Epstein.
No. Whose brother is he?
He is Charles's brother.
Oh, well,
I'm thinking that's where they
that's
go.
that's just a William and Harry
They changed
and
it. No, they changed
Charles
it.
and Andrew situation. The younger
It's-
brother that,
No, he's down the line. It goes from like the Charles to Charles's oldest son to William's oldest son. So when the little one, if he has kids in 10 years,
his oldest son.
his old and daughter. They've now it's doesn't matter which gender you are.
Mhm.
It goes to women too now, as of like 15 years ago. But his offspring will supersede Harry and everyone else down the line. It's always the
hold on.
oldest
So
of
if
the oldest.
If King Charles dies, Camilla, does she still get to be queen?
No. No, there's some sort of like expote,
She gets booted.
she gets some name. No, yeah, it goes to William.
Hmm.
So yeah, Harry's actually way down the line.
So hold on. If I'm just saying, if I was in the royal family and my older sibling was like the heir to the throne and I was fucking nothing, I would, you want to
Dude.
know, I would do the same stuff Harry's doing, just not giving a shit because it doesn't matter what you do, no one's caring.
Queen Elizabeth, if you want a funny thing, and again, I'm not a I just know a lot about this because I know people that know a lot about it. But if you look at like Queen Elizabeth's younger sister, Princess Margaret, who I think she's long gone, but she was a hoot, man. I mean, she was like her sister was the queen, and one of her best there's an island that has two
Epstein?
no that has two properties on it. She owned one of them. The other landowner was Mick Jagger. Like they
Nice.
used to have,
Oh wow.
Exactly.
They used
It's
to
like
have
the sibling
parties.
of the heir to the throne is just not.
She's a hoot, dude. She pops up in all the Andy Warhol stuff. I mean,
So
that
her,
woman.
Andrew, Harry. I mean, that just makes sense.
I gotta say
Anyway.
this, Des.
You get all the money and none of the responsibility. That's what I would like. I don't want to wear
I
the
gotta
monkey
say this,
suit.
Des,
Ever,
for
because you're
your
never even like the second in line.
Yeah.
for your presentation, Des, I was not nearly as interested in this beforehand as I am now. I
It's
mean,
amazing.
kind of the thing that I was talking about at the beginning that I wanted to talk about, and I talked to Mike a little bit about earlier, is I'm just tired of all this cult of personality thing. Like, these guys aren't even like part of the government. They're literally
They
just
sit there.
figureheads. What?
They're on the money.
It's a whole thing though.
Yeah,
I mean,
but at the end of the day, I don't think they can declare war. I don't think they can do any of that stuff. They can suggest, but
Yeah, but that's not why people are fascinated by
They're-
them. It's kind of like America with the Kardashian nonsense. Like, who cares about
times 100.
times 100?
no,
Because
and that's what I'm saying. I'm tired of all this cult of personality stuff. Like they're saying, oh, if Taylor Swift goes Republican, everybody's gonna go. It's like, who fucking cares?
But
Politics.
the thing is that the royal family is like a cultural linchpin, and it is kind of outdated, and it is kind of old fogey, and there's castles, but it's still fast. People find it fascinating.
There's
you
still
know?
no one in England that, or in the United Kingdom, that's sitting there saying "fuck the queen." Like everyone is like, yeah, it's the queen or it's the king or whatever. Like they are respectable. I mean, they
I think
still address him as His Royal Highness, His Majesty, Her Royal Majesty,
Well,
whatever.
what does that even mean anymore?
I'm just saying, like, it's not like the people of England or United Kingdom embrace it too. I mean, it's not like,
yeah, it's a cultural linchpin. It's their thing, man. And other countries, I mean, Japan has after World War II, their monarchy is basically for show, but they still have a monarchy. That's in parallel with the government. I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool, but I'm not into it. But I do know some about it.
this is
yeah.
So this is really okay. Like I said, the first theory that I think that is probably the most explainable and probably is what actually is happening, but everyone's freaking out, is she had a surgery that was, let's just say, embarrassing. Now, what could be an embarrassing abdominal surgery, you
that's
ask?
my question.
Hysterectomy?
But hysterectomies are pretty simple. Like, it's a laparoscopic procedure or laparoscopic procedure.
Yeah, I'm talking about her being barren after that. That might be.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't constitute a 10 to 14 day hospitalization and a 3-month recovery.
No, it's like same day, get out.
Yeah, and like,
well,
you
she's
can hide
had
that pretty much.
and
I mean, she's already had 3 kids.
Yeah, she's had 3 kids,
She
and
only had them, like-
according to Don Lemon, she's past her prime. So
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
She's gorgeous. If that is her.
Well, I mean, she done did her duty with the childbearing. So she don't really need to anymore. So I don't think it's a hysterectomy. I think if it was an abdominal surgery, it was probably something that was like more colorectal related, like,
Oh, like she's got a colostomy or something?
Yeah,
Or a
like
stoma?
if she, like
All
maybe
right.
she has ulcerative colitis, or maybe she had Crohn's disease or one of those, which is pretty common. I mean, lots of people have that.
IBS.
IBS, something like along those lines, and she had a surgery because she had to have a bowel resection, which was known to be, at the time when it was planned, we'll talk about that in just a second, but at the time that it was planned, it was known that the result of it was going to be a colostomy bag or ileostomy, wherever.
For some period of time.
Yeah, we can't have a
forever.
princess walking around with a shit bag on her.
Exactly.
But-
so that, I mean, nobody wants. Could you imagine the memes that would come out? Princess shitbag.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think everyone would kind of. I would think people would be like, man, she's being brave and blah 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 blah. I don't know. I mean,
Wait, did I just hear Princess Shitbag?
Yes, you did.
Welcome
All
to the
right,
Friends of
awesome.
Zeus
Jack.
podcast, episode 160.
Like,
Hey, not
Princess
unlike
Kate is very,
SpongeBob
she is very put together. She's not like Diana in a way where she was. I mean, like in a way she's, but in a way she isn't. Like Kate is very prim and proper. Like, I could see Diana going through something like that, and it'd be, you know what? I have a colostomy bag. This is now my reality. If you don't like it, then it's not your business.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't. But Kate is not. She is good at being a princess. I'm just saying, like she is.
I have a couple journalistic questions. One is, how often was Kate seen and or photographed in public a year ago?
Very
In other words,
often.
what's our
Very
control?
often.
What's our control group here? Very
like,
often?
weekly.
Probably, yeah.
The other thing is she known to be, does she ever speak directly to the public, or is she shrouded behind the wall of secrecy and has other people speak for her? Because if I'm assuming she's an intelligent person, right? But if all this is going on, I mean, she's probably like, man, the Friends of Zeus podcast is doing this subject now. I got to get in front of this. Like, yeah, couldn't she just kill this herself?
She has a TikTok that she has posted videos of herself on. Not recently, not since December.
She could be like, you guys are fucking insane. Like,
Yeah,
I'm right here.
there was a point where they were
not.
Like, why is she not doing that?
I could see if it was like a surgery that resulted in a colostomy bag or something to do with her colon, poop related. I don't know, but that kind of goes along with that report from that Spanish journalist that was like, actually, she's in the hospital in a medically induced coma. Which, by the way, I hate the word medically induced coma.
Why?
But because I think it's very
yeah, what does that mean? What is
it? Doesn't mean anything. It means you're on a ventilator with sedation. That's what that means. It doesn't mean anything with that. Like,
okay.
Actually, if I'm on a ventilator, please fucking sedate me. Like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, we're being nice to you because you want.
So it's like more like a medically enhanced coma.
But there's no coma. You can still wake up and stuff. All they do is turn the sedation off, and you wake up.
Oh,
like it's nothing that.
And back to how often she was photographed. I remember there was a period of time there where she was having a lot of wardrobe malfunctions, where like constantly it was pictures of her ass with her dress flying up. And yeah,
I'll be right back. I got to check something on Google real quick, guys.
No, it was like constant. And yeah, we really haven't heard about them up until like recently with this.
Yeah.
It is very peculiar. I will say that I'm kind of putting on my
let's
tinfoil
back up to what the Spanish reporter is saying. So if that was true, that she was intubated in a medically induced coma from complications from that surgery, that could be true, because that happens quite often with abdominal surgeries that don't turn out. A lot of times, if you go ahead and have like some kind of specifically with bowel resections and or ileostomies, colostomies, exploratory laparotomies, those often result in you having to stay in this medically induced coma for days, because they leave your let me get gross for a minute, but they leave your abdomen open.
Yeah.
Okay? And they put a wound vac in there so you don't get abdominal compartment syndrome, which is deadly. But that's not uncommon. And it's maybe just for like, and then every 2 days they go back out for a washout, and then if they can close, and then we can wake them up.
Yeah, isn't that where they put like that special bandage over the open?
Yeah, it's a wound vac.
What's that?
It's a wound vac. It's called the Abthera, but yeah.
But
is that like a hemovac? Is that like a hemovac thing?
It's like this sterile sponge that like sucks any type of like blood and like it just keeps it.
Yeah. No, I know what that is.
So, but it's specifically called Abthera. But so that could have happened, and it not necessarily in my mind, because I've seen this many of times, it not be that weird that happened.
And why isn't William saying anything? Like,
why isn't William saying anything? In
fact, if I was William, I'd be like, you people are fucking insane. Like, you know what I mean?
There was a clip of him walking out of someplace, and he was talking to a reporter about a picture or something. And then another reporter was like, William, how's Kate? He didn't say shit and just kept walking.
Wow.
What he could have just easily been like, she's great, thanks.
Yeah, that's not very chivalrous. I'll definitely give you that. But I mean, there's a lot. There's
back to the abdominal thing. So
Huh?
if she got out, and so that kind of surgery would constitute a longer hospitalization. Part of the recovery at post-op recovery is you have to take steroids, okay?
Which would make the man
Which would
face.
make your moon face or facial swelling.
Yeah.
So, and that might be the reason that she's not, like, that it said that she's not going to be doing any kind of photos or any kind of public things until after Easter, because you only take the prednisone for a certain amount of time, and the swelling goes down. Well, it might go down, it might not go down, but that kind of goes along. If that first picture in the car with her mom was her and that face was swollen, that kind of matches up.
Yeah, but if the other picture was 2 days
But
after,
then 2 days ago,
that doesn't.
when she didn't have that.
Yeah.
So what
Prednisone-
picture is fake?
Yeah, prednisone makes your face, Jeff, swell up, and it's not like it goes away quickly. It
Is that
goes
what-
away relatively quickly, but not.
Is that what
Yeah,
Andy-
but how long was the difference in days between the moon
days.
face?
Well, no, because so if the moon face theory is correct, and the first picture in the car with her mom was an actual photo, she had the moon face. Okay, that makes sense. Then the next photo was 5 days later on March the 10th, where her face was seemingly replaced in the photo, making somebody replaced her moon face with her other face.
Right.
Now, actually, though, to that note, it almost makes sense that they would doctor in a prettier picture of her.
Yes, because
Yeah.
they didn't
That
want her.
actually makes sense.
So that makes sense.
Because if
But
you don't,
why would they
if-
just not? I don't know.
but I'm saying if you don't do that, okay, because it's one thing. It's like, man, why shouldn't she just be real? It's because if she has this crazy moon face
Damn, we
picture
got
out there,
Ludacris, we got
some-
Be Real.
I'm just saying some band's gonna use it as their like album artwork or whatever, and forever it'll be out there. I mean, a la like the
I don't
Sex
know.
Pistols or
But
something.
listen,
So I
when
do
she
get
had
that.
them babies, the very day that she pushed them out, she was out in front of that hospital with a big fat face because she just gave birth in her
But
high
then she
heels and her
didn't-
cute outfit.
Okay, well then,
Yeah.
well then, so the
So-
conspiracy that maybe her surgery was a little more serious than they wanted to reveal. That's all this validates, is that the
Right.
woman went in for a medical procedure that got more complicated, and they don't want to tell everybody about it. Like, I mean,
which is their right.
It is
yeah,
their right.
like
But at
I
this
don't.
point, when all of these rumors are starting to spread, I feel like, yes, Kate still deserves her privacy or whatever. But I mean,
I love how
wouldn't
she
you
says
wouldn't
privacy.
you think that it would probably be smart,
Yes, I
or
do.
even
At
somebody
bare
be
minimum
like,
for
hey,
William to
just
say something,
listen,
or
William to say something, or like,
or their
Wait,
version of
King.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, whatever Biden's lady is, I forget her name.
and still not revealing what the surgery was, but just simply being like, hey, just so everyone knows, because everyone's freaking the fuck out, Princess Kate procedure was a little bit more complicated than we had anticipated. She is still recovering at home. The recovery is, going well, but she's still, whatever. I mean,
Yeah, they kinda
address
did
the
that.
situation.
Well, and
Well, the thing is, once you lie once, like if they gave a little like white lie, now you got
Yeah.
to cover the white lie, right? I mean,
Snowball.
and also Zeus, can you get on the horn with Mikey P and see if he can get Kate or Harry on right now? Like they can just call right in.
Hey,
'Cause I'm
listen,
sure he's got the hook on that.
I'm
So
I'm
along-
hoping wait, hold
I
on,
want to find
Des.
out.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping I scoop Des on this. So I was checking it today, like an hour ago, and now they're talking about the hospital that they were catching like nurses or somebody trying to access Kate's.
Yes, I did
Medical
see that.
records.
I didn't read it. Because I did
shit.
see that.
I didn't scoop you, but we're parallel scooping.
I did see it, but I didn't honestly have time to read it, because I mean, shit is just coming out. Like, this is
She's gonna be dead at the end of this. I know it.
so okay. So then that
Oh,
was also, if that's
Jesus.
the theory that she has, and she had now had to take prednisone, she has a moon face, then if she got that moon face, so much of a moon face that they had to literally place her face in a Mother's Day picture, why
Hmm.
7 days later did they get that video of her supposedly at the farmer's market looking like she don't got a moon
Shit.
face
Right,
and
and
tight? I mean, like,
way skinnier.
and shorter.
Yes.
Well,
I
shorter
don't
is
think
a-
that's either of them in that picture, in that
It
video.
could-
That's not either of them at all. I do not believe that is William or Kate in that. That's just.
I mean,
a
do you got?
silly-
But that's so. It's like a. Here's why I can't go down that road, Zeus. It's to me, it's risk reward. Again, these are people that are ninja PR people.
They really
okay?
are. I agree.
So to do that is so brazen, right? In other words, the I'm going to do this so no one finds out Kate Middleton
maybe that's
has a
just
moon phase. But if
distraction.
we get caught, it's the end of the monarchy. Like I don't
But
know
also,
that they are going to roll those bones
you just
to do that.
They're just thinking that the people of the United Kingdom are just supposed to believe that Kate's just sitting there recovering from surgery, fucking photoshopping her pictures.
But the thing is, there's
She's
already
got
so
nothing
much
better to do. She's in the hospital in a bed.
But there's so many conspiracies already. Like they're feeding the fire by not being
Addressing it.
transparent
Mike,
and
haven't you
addressing
noticed
it.
in our recent history in the world, this flooding of information so much that you don't know what's real anymore? This feels like that. This feels like the William and Kate walking down the thing. It never needed to look, it just needed to look a little bit like them so it can cause a little bit of doubt in the mouth breathers. And then it distracts us, and then whatever happens is going to happen. That's what that feels like to me.
So then the other theory is this all a distraction?
Exactly.
For what's going on with King Charles?
Right.
And is he already dead?
I just don't think he's that important.
That's 3-level chess, man. Third dimension,
4D,
fourth dimension
4D.
chess, 4D chess. Man.
I don't know. It could be that.
But no one cared, dude. If King, I mean, no disrespect. I mean, just if they said King Charles was okay, I mean, no one, it'd be like, all right, like no one's
disrespect, Mike. It's okay.
I'm just saying, it's not going to be like, oh man, King Charles, what a great guy. He's been around. What a loss to the world. Like, I mean, that's not going to happen.
Everybody's always thought he's kind of a buffoon.
For like 5 minutes.
He's not going to get the Princess Di treatment. He's not going to get half of the Queen Elizabeth treatment.
And plus, this whole generation saw this William grow up, right? So there's going to be more sort of instant love for him, the new young king.
They can't wait. Everyone's looking at their watch.
She's been a princess and has done a damn good job of being a princess for like ever. She did all the things. She did all the things right. She wore all.
How do you beat it?
Gowns.
How do you beat?
She
Kate
waved
Middleton?
at all the people. There is not a single, besides this one with the moon face in the car and this fake person at the farmer's market. There's not a single picture of that woman not looking on point.
Yes.
Now hold on. All of that, and you know you're about to be queen in like 5 years, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, because King Charles is on his way out, probably.
Yeah.
But if all of that is happening, and this bitch is pregnant with your husband's kid,
see,
that would make me get a little crazy, and I would probably,
of course,
I'd be like, fuck this family. This is Diana vibes. Like,
you know how much she has to give up. Now, listen, I'm not crying for Kate Middleton, right? She has an amazing life, but you know how much she has to take herself out of equations because she's in a role and she is performing that role. So to a person, yeah, man, I could see if William was, whatever.
And that's really
I could see the frying pans coming out and
that's
getting
not a new
around.
like theory. Like that whole affair theory has been around since like 2018.
God, William had to be a freaking moron. Like he shouldn't be. That should be disqualification.
Have you not learned
for
your
King.
lesson, William?
Yeah, man.
With
Look
your
what
mama.
happened to your mommy.
With your mama, the same shit. And
also, if you're gonna
if that's it, like this, it's like history repeats itself.
Well, listen, man, this is like, if you're gonna have an affair, don't have a relationship with her.
Nah, just banging.
I'm just saying. I'm like, that's the worst.
Or at least use
that sounds horrible.
William.
I'm just saying, it's like what is he? Anyway, whatever. I don't know if I can believe that. He seems way too vanilla to me.
Yeah, and not only that,
doing any of this.
Look, and this all might be an arrangement anyway. That might be their understanding. I mean, we don't know what kind of, like, we all look at her as this adorable, they have this wonderful thing going on. Who knows? This could be like, this could be Bill and Hillary. This could be.
Pill habit.
You're right, Jack.
You know, she could be like way into the benzos on the DL,
I
just
doubt
fucking popping them all day long.
Yeah, we don't know.
Anti-anxiety meds. There's so many things that they are people at the end of the day. They're not normal. They're not us, but they are human and they can fall into these. She could just like her wine and drink too much of that. Or he could be a fucking banging everything that comes around,
Which-
beat the shit out of her. You know?
Apparently he had all the girls when like up until he got married. Like he was banging every thing with legs. Like that's what was being that's just who he
Okay,
was.
and she gets to be queen now. So that's like
which is
that's
fine.
the deal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also
she
the
gets nice
other rumor,
dresses and plenty of fancy jewelry.
the other rumor, which this I think is getting to the off the wall shit. Number one, I don't think she's dead. That's to me, that's just not possible. Number two, off the wall theory is that it has been said that William and Kate have a volatile relationship towards each other. Not saying that he is all, a woman beaten fool, but they be like throwing plates, throwing candelabras, like they are violent towards each other.
You're talking about silver spoon kids, man. Their whole lives they were in line for something or already it. So yeah,
Kate?
I totally see that. What?
Kate?
Like that's the theory that they're.
He didn't marry somebody that wasn't part royalty on some level.
She wasn't part royalty, but I think that she came from a
was
wealthy
a commoner.
family.
Wasn't she a commoner?
Yeah,
That's
but
what I
a
thought.
wealthy commoner.
A wealthy commoner. Yeah.
Oh wow, isn't that interesting? Didn't Prince Charles marry a wealthy?
No, Diana was she's got some lineage.
Duchess.
Yeah.
Was she? Okay.
I believe so.
I thought she was like a school teacher or something. No?
No, I thought Kate Middleton came from just a regular family.
Yeah, they had a lot of money, but yeah.
She wasn't a duchess
She
or
wasn't,
anything.
Diana was a duchess?
I thought
I don't
so.
think so.
What's a duchess?
What's her name? What was Diana? What was her last name? Something Worth, something I can't remember. Anyway, they have an estate, they had titles. Like her ancestors had titles.
Excuse me. Diana was born a commoner.
Oh.
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, she was like a school teacher or something like.
Did you just look that up?
Yeah.
What about Kate? What's her story?
That her family got
What's
money.
your story, Pretzel
her
Man?
father, John Spencer, was a personal aide to King George VI, as well as Queen Elizabeth II, and her mother was Frances Shan Kidd. Yeah, she was totally off the streets. Yeah,
off the streets.
So
with money, maybe not off the streets.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
I don't want Jack to interrupt us with. I think it's taken long enough. Or have we gone?
But I got one.
No. I wanted to present an idea.
Yeah, no, it's after 11.
It is after 11.
I wanted to present an idea on how we can end this on what we think.
There you go.
2 months from now.
So we'll take a quick turn.
But Des, please say what you're going to say. I'm sorry.
The thing about the volatile relationship. So that theory is that maybe they got into an argument for whatever reason on January 20 or on December 28th, and ambulance was taking her to the hospital because she had an injury.
Holy shit!
From this argument that they may have allegedly gotten into, and now there's like some bad blood between them because you did something to me that landed me in the hospital, and this abdominal surgery is just a cover up for that.
And she's gonna be driving down a tunnel. The paparazzi's gonna be following the motorcycle.
She's like hiding out in Sandringham or wherever she's at with them kids.
And she's gonna get Afghanistan.
And he's doing these PR events by himself, not saying nothing about her because she said, "Don't let my name come out your mouth" or whatever.
Yeah, wow, I like that, man.
I don't see no ring on my finger.
Exactly.
That seems
reasonable.
Maybe she was photoshopped. Maybe it was an old photo because now she has a black eye and she was photoshopping the ring out.
Let me
which
say
is
this,
why she
there was
doing it.
Recent photo of Prince William with a fucking black eye and a bruised neck. Just saying, where did it come from?
Let's go back to that video and see if we see a ring on the young lady's fingers.
You can't even really. We can.
I know.
Yeah, we can't even know it's her, man.
All right, go ahead. Let's.
Okay, I'll go. Yeah. I'll go next. I'll just say, as far as like the royal family is not into being like normal. people. Like Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip. Okay, this guy was like a man's man, Hemingway dude, hunter. He liked 4-wheel drive trucks. He liked getting his hands dirty. And his whole life he had
Wasn't he
to,
also military?
yeah. But I'm saying his whole life he had to dress up in the outfits and all that. And when he wasn't doing that, he was out doing the fun stuff, right? And it was like I mean, his funeral, his hearse was like a 1948 Land Rover that was like
Nice.
his, right?
Wow.
I mean, that's what he went to the great beyond in. So what I'm saying is they are people, but they are also a product, and they play that. There is some role playing going on here, is what I'm saying. You look at TMZ, you're trying to figure it out, but even if you can get to the kernel of it, they're still twisting that. They're still putting a shine. That's why it's so hard to know. You just don't know. You don't know what's real. It's a hall of mirrors.
So what do you think the end result of this is? Is Kate gonna
I
come
think
out
she's
pretty as ever? And
Yeah, I think by the end of April, we're not even talking about it. That's just my guess.
okay,
And
Can
I'm
I
not
go?
saying from whatever the issue is, which I'm not saying I know what it is, but they will digest it and they will move on, because the downside of putting light on all this is no one wants that. No one in that family wants that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Jack.
Okay. I first of all, what I really think is that it's the princess shitbag thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think
Wow, I like that.
I
Yeah.
think surgery got a little more complicated. It's an embarrassing situation or something they just don't want the public to know her medical issues, whether it's cancer or whatever. And so that's why this sort of effort to make things look hunky-dory when they're not. But then I also thought about this. What about, you guys ever hear the old adage, any publicity is good publicity?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No such thing as bad publicity. Yeah.
Right. So what if, here's the deal. Right now, all the sympathies and attention the world has are going to Harry and Meghan. They're making documentaries. They're making, like, they gave them a TV show. They gave them book deals.
But
Like,
it's
that's
slamming the royal family.
right. So then, no, I
I
mean,
like
the
Harry.
fact is they were dominating the royal family press.
The
And
news cycle.
what if they wanted to bring it back home a little bit? Hey guys, what about
Sympathy
Kate and
thing?
William? No one gives a shit. And this guy, they're going to be king and queen soon. How do we get people to talk
Yeah.
about?
No one gives a crap
Yeah.
about Merkel and Harry right now.
No,
Like,
now they don't. Right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a great
Yeah.
point,
That's
Jack.
a really good point.
I like that.
Let
I
me
like
take
that.
my darker spin on this.
Okay,
Aliens.
she's dead. She's
And that
dead.
is that a lot of this is parallels Charles and Diana.
Yeah, Diana vibes completely.
Yeah, I get total. I would not be surprised. Choreography conspiracy. I've said it 1,000 times that this is the dance before Kate, unfortunately, passes away, because she is also, as far as
Whoa.
I can tell, beloved in England. Like they like her.
Yeah.
I don't know how they feel about William, but she is another Diana. Maybe not on that level. Diana was like, skyrocketing into space, loved by the world.
It's very similar. Kate is loved by the world. I mean,
really-
William's a dope.
And Kate's a throwback. Kate's not out there trying to be the modern
No, she's like
princess.
a mom.
She's
like a mom.
doing her
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
I
don't even know what her voice sounds like. She could walk in and talk to me. I wouldn't even know what her voice sounds like.
I really feel like, unfortunately, that this is probably going to end with her coming to an early demise.
Wow, man.
There's a vibe that I get from this.
This is all you're going like.
No, I agree.
I don't
with
think
Zeus.
I am.
conspiracy.
I agree with Zeus. I feel like
They're going
know,
to kill her,
like, I
or they already
feel
have.
Like this is
Maybe.
probably just the princess shitbag thing. I mean,
And she's not gonna make it.
and I feel like maybe hopefully that's all it is, and maybe that's simply the explanation why no one wants this in the news.
But either way, they can't keep her around.
But again, it gives me Diana vibes.
Yeah.
I think we
I get
have
the
our
creep.
title. Desiree. I think the title of the show is Princess
Princess
Shitbag.
Shitbag.
I'm not going to do that because it's probably what she doesn't want.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
But
she.
I mean,
I know.
Well,
You know,
guys,
just on
we have been on for a while. I think we all got our theories out. I
Hey,
don't know
Desiree.
unless you got something else.
No, this
No.
is a surprisingly entertaining.
Well, you bought
Unsurprisingly.
you
Yeah.
bought all
Well,
in.
I would just I didn't. Des like filled us
I
in on all
love
this
it.
shit that I didn't see,
I
and
love it.
it's definitely
You know what?
it's
It's sad.
spicy meatball.
I actually have a question,
Oh.
and I was the one wrapping it up. But I have
what's
one
the
question.
pregunta?
What was the thing with the whole shotgun wound to the
I
head?
don't know.
Like, who was
See,
that
I
guy?
think that might be like a red herring, but the theory behind that's one of them off the walls.
He worked for
But
Boeing.
the theory about that is
They
that
just took him out.
I know. Oh.
maybe that's Kate's lover.
Oh, okay. So we
I
don't.
got
We
it.
have.
That
No, I
William
got it.
found
I
out
got
about
it.
it, and
I
William's the
solved
one who
it.
killed them. Who
I
killed him?
solved it. He knows what's going on because Pippa is the sister, and Pippa knows
Maybe.
what's going on. And they still get along. They send Christmas cards. Sometimes they cook meals. Sometimes they go
Right.
out to a restaurant and eat.
So
You know what I
he
mean?
got the scoop.
He got the scoop and kabang, and he got scooped.
Wow.
I
was
really,
gonna.
I
I
got
thought
bad
maybe the
vibes about this
Clintons.
all day long.
The Clintons are behind it 100%, Jack. Oh yeah, obviously.
All right.
I wasn't even going to say that.
Or
Kate
maybe
was
he
on
knew too much
Epstein
and he
Island.
did it to himself. I don't know.
Bye,
Great
guys.
episode,
All right,
Desiree.
we're peacing out. See ya.